Welcome dear students, welcome to our today's online class. We are studying about pollination from chapter 4. And today we are going to learn about types of flowers and function of flowers. Okay, so let us start our today's class. So let us do a quick revision of what we have learned in our earlier class. We have learned about different parts of a flower. We learned that a flower has the outermost part called calyx, which is green in color. Okay, so these green parts are called calyx, okay, which protects the flower in its bud stage. The second part is called corolla, so these are called corollas. Okay, they are also called petals or sepals. Okay, and they are very bright and colorful. And then we learn that there is the third inner part or inner whorl, and that is called androecium. Androecium, if you see over here, these are androeciums. Okay, and these are the male reproductive part of a flower. If I take out this one androecium, okay, or this is also called stamen. If I take out this stamen, it looks something like this. Okay, it has two parts: anther, which is at the top, it contains pollens, and a tube-like structure, filament. Okay, so this is the androecium, is also called a stamen. Then we learned that the flower has the fourth innermost part, which is called gynoecium, and this gynoecium is the female reproductive part of a flower. Okay, so here this one, the center one, the innermost part, is called gynoecium. And if I take out this, it looks something like this. Okay, so it has three parts: stigma, which is at the top, style, and ovary, and inside ovary there are ovules. Okay, this gynoecium is also called carpels or pistils. Okay, so these things we learned in our earlier class. So in our today's class we are going to learn about types of flower. Now let's take the two innermost part, that is male reproductive part, which is also called stamen, and the female reproductive part, gynoecium, which is also called carpels or pistils. So based on these two parts of a flower, that is male part of a flower and female part of a flower, based on these parts, flower can be divided into two types. They are, the first type of flower is called monosexual flowers, because flowers are classified based on their sexual parts. Okay, sexual parts means their reproductive parts. So monosexual flowers, mono means one. Okay, dear students, so what are these monosexual flowers? Flowers that have either the stamen or carpel. So if a flower has a stamen, then it is called monosexual. If a flower has only carpel or pistil, then that is also called a monosexual flower. That means out of the two reproductive parts, if only one reproductive part is present in that flower, then that flower is called monosexual flower. Okay, so let's see some examples. Like flowers of watermelon, cucumber, pumpkins, etc., they are all monosexual flowers. Why? Because these flowers, they have either stamen, male reproductive part, or carpel, the female reproductive part. Okay, let's see some pictures. So over here, this is the flower of cucumber, and here we can see two types of flower, cucumber flower. So this part is the female reproductive part. Okay, and this is also called carpel, so because it is swollen over here. So this is the ovary, this contains ovary part. Okay, so this flower contains female reproductive part or carpel, and therefore this flower is a monosexual flower. Okay, this is a female flower, whereas this flower does not have that swollen part, it does not have that ovary, it only has male part, stamen. Therefore this is a male reproductive flower, male flower containing stamen. Is that clear? So cucumber has male flower and female flower separately. In the same way, pumpkins, they also have male flower and female flower separately. Over here you can see this flower, pumpkin flower, does not have the swollen part like this. So this is a male flower which contains stamen only, whereas this flower which contains swollen part, this is the ovary. Okay, so this is the female reproductive flower, female flower containing carpel as the reproductive part. So this is male pumpkin flower and this is female pumpkin flower. So they are monosexual flowers. Okay, now the other type of flower is called bisexual flower. Bi means two. Okay, so both the sexual parts, that is stamen and carpels, are present in this type of flower. Okay, so flowers that have both stamen and carpel are called bisexual flowers. So both these parts are present in the same flower. Some of the examples are flowers of hibiscus, rose, angel's trumpet. Remember, I showed you this angel's trumpet in our last class. They all contain both stamen and carpel in the same flower. Okay, let's see some pictures. So this is hibiscus. Over here you can see that these yellow ones, these are stamens, whereas the middle one, which is thick and it contains stigma, style, and inside this, just below this petals, there is ovary. So in the same flower there is stamens, okay, and there is carpel. Okay, so this hibiscus is a bisexual flower. In the same way, rose, over here you can see the smaller ones are all stamens, and at the center you will find carpel. So in the same rose plant or rose flower, you will find both female and male reproductive parts. In the same way, angel's trumpet, I already showed you that it has both male reproductive part as well as female reproductive part. Okay, so dear students, so based on stamens and carpels, flowers are of two types: monosexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Now let us see the function of flower, the importance. Okay, the importance of flower in plant. The main function of flower in plant is to produce fruits and seeds after it undergoes the process of pollination, fertilization, and maturation. Okay, that flower produces fruits, and inside that fruit there are seeds. Now these seeds, when they are sowed, they produce again new plant. Okay, so this is how the life cycle of plant continues. Let us see some pictures. So here you can see over here an apple. Apple is a fruit, okay, produced by flower of apple plant, and this is a matured ovary, and inside it we can see seed. So the function of flower is to produce fruit and seed. In the same way, mango, we all know it has a fleshy part which we all eat, and inside that fleshy part there is a seed. Okay, and this seed can again produce another mango plant. In the same way, pumpkins, we eat this. Pumpkin is also a fruit of pumpkin plant, okay, but we use that as vegetable, but it is actually the fruit of pumpkin plant, and inside that pumpkin fruit we find numerous seeds, and these seeds are ready to produce another pumpkin plant. Okay, dear students, I hope I have made you understand the two concepts, that, and they are the types of flowers and the function of flower. This much for today, boys. Until we meet next time, stay safe and do all things well.